Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Dumptruck, and we are here at Born Free Show, California. This is where custom culture lives, right here in the California Canyon. All the bikes are obviously rolling in behind us, and we've got a lot to cover, a lot of people to talk to, and a lot of stuff to share with you. Work it out, y'all. We've got a beautiful machine behind us built by this ugly son of a gun, Mr. Mike Aldridge. Where are you from, and what was the inspiration behind this wild build?
I was up from Bend, Oregon. The inspiration behind this build is my mom. She died in 2006. So I figured the best way I could give her a tribute was to build the sickest bike that I could. We put her ashes in the frame. Her name's on the dash.
What's her name?
Darla. So this is Darla the Dyna, if you guys have seen her on Instagram. Her name's on the dash, so I can give her a little pat every time I want, anytime we're feeling it. And yeah, we just went all in with everything. It's kind of a, it's an homage, and it's my daily rider. So I want her with me every day, every mile I can get. And I named it after her, so that way people see it and they say her name, and it just keeps her name fresh. I get to hear her name at shows. It's like, Darla looks so good, Darla looks so good, and it's a way to keep my mom with me.
Love your mamas, y'all. Love your mamas. Yep. I'm with you. I miss my mama all the time. Bro, and my van is the same way. My van is named Nina. So it's every time we go on an adventure or something, I just get to, say hi to my mom, who used to drive us around in a big van.
Exactly.
But all right, let's start with the bike. Let's go tips to toenails. Tell us what you did.
Tips to toenails. We got Jade affiliated 24 karat plated wheels, 2118. Galfer rotors, Brembo brakes, Bamco gold-plated hardware all around, 55 millimeters Seriani Stores inverted front end, custom steering stabilizer, KC S1 running lights. We got custom archetype gold-plated engraved risers. We've got gold-plated engraved rocker boxes. Obviously, the sick-ass Sawicki RT pipe, which is absolutely fire. It's the favorite pipe I've heard in a long time. Got trash clear covers, Screaming Eagle, everything on the inside of the cam plate, 255 cams. The motor is punched up to 95 with everything you can do to that. We got a Brock swing arm, the new Fox suspension in the back, Pro One everything that's gold plated. We've got Brembo hand controls, Elite Moto Tech levers, Rizoma reservoirs, Biltwell grips, custom LaPera seat, rear gaffer rotors. I mean, damn, dude, I fucking put everything I could into this thing, really, dude. As much stuff as I could find, I did. Pro One hydraulic clutch conversion as well. So I really fucking threw everything at it.
This is absolutely one hell of a gorgeous machine. I guarantee you, your mama is super proud that she is on this grand stage at this amazing show.
Yeah, I mean, look where it's at, right up top where everybody can see her, and she's gotten a lot of love already. It's all I could ask for, a prime spot, and just everyone giving her all the love that she deserves.
I have one request.
Yeah.
Can we start this thing?
Let's fucking go. Dumptruck here at Sawicki Speed, and I am
under the Harley-Davidson Motor Company tent here at Born Free 15. And I found my friend Pat Patterson of Let's Let Customs. Pat, how's Born Free going?
Dude, it's doing great out here. You know, it's warm, for lack of better terms. It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's
hot. We're sweating like we stole something.
Yeah, but it's great. You know, have a good day.
So you've been here a good bit before as an invited builder and as a vendor. So what makes this year different than the ones in the past?
Well, you know, the ones in the past, like, I had to do a lot more work.
So this is a fun one.
So, you know, we've got to build this bike for Harley, which is an amazing opportunity. So we got to come out and just, you know, we had a couple things we had to do on the schedule, but I get to just kind of hang out and meander around and try to stay cool.
Well, I don't even know what that's like. I've been trying to be cool my entire life and it's yet to work.
No, temperature.
Oh,
not cool.
Fair enough. I can buy that for $1.
I'm not cool.
Let's talk about the Nightster. So how did the Nightster come to be? So Harley-Davidson chose a few builders and said, hey, this is something we'd like for you to put your feel on it. Like, how did that come to be?
Yeah, you know, Brian and I talked about it for, I don't know, it might have been a year or so. You just kind of throw it out like, hey, do you want to build a Nightster? And I was like, sure. And, you know, just over months, you know, it turned to where like, hey, it's headed your way. I'm like, okay.
It's like, oh, I guess I'm building it now.
I guess I'm actually doing this now, right? So I got it, and, you know, I'm not going to lie, to look at it to begin with, you know, I don't really, that's the newest thing I've touched.
Right, yeah.
You know, I have a 2005 Softail, and that's actually the newest bike I personally even own, and the rest of it's obviously choppers and foot clutch, hand shift, stuff like that. So, you know, I looked at it and I'm like, what are we gonna do with this? So I just kind of approached it at first. I wanted to build the rims, and I knew that would inspire me and start giving me a feel for how I wanted the bike to go.
Start with your flavor on it.
Yeah, and the bike's really cool. It's very powerful. You know, we do our perimeter brakes, but you know, this thing had Brembo brakes on it. I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, why would I change this?
Yeah.
There's so many cool aspects to that bike. And then with Sawicki Speed, I'm like, I'm not going to build exhaust for it. I want to build exhaust that my friends are building that's going to add horsepower to this bike. Like even when we did the rims, you know, we made it to where all the ABS works correctly. Everything works correctly on that bike.
You worked with ABS on something? I don't even know who you are anymore.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It all works on that bike, yeah. Like, you know, I had to take it to the dealership to have the brakes bled.
Yeah.
You know, like how crazy is that? Like, I can bleed a brake, but I'm like, I got to bring this to the...
But you're not allowed to.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I hooked it up. That's cool. But like I said, you know, the only light on the dash is, obviously I shaved the blinkers. So, you know, I'm trying to clean that up. But that's the only little light on the dash. Because I was like, you know, this is a nice new piece of equipment. I want to make it look cool, but not rig it, and I want it to be what it's supposed to be.
Now, is this something you think is kind of tangible to someone building it at home? Like, is this something they might be able to do themselves?
Oh, yeah, and you know, I've had a lot of people comment and come up to tell me, like, what a great job we've done on the bike, and that's one of the things they say, is they like it because it seems very approachable, it seems buildable, and that was kind of my theory going into this. You know, at first I was kind of thinking, I have this Ducati single-side swing arm. I was like, I'm gonna make it a single side swing arm and all this stuff, and I'm like, man, I rode it.
Right.
And when I rode it, I was like, this thing's a blast to ride. So I'm like, how do I just maybe do some things to this platform right here, make it look cool, make it to where a guy can buy this thing and do some simple things in his garage, and his outcome can be this bike, and even change some things I did. And I tell a lot of people, I'm like, what I did with this bike is a lot of things that started Let's Let Customs.
Right.
You know, back in the day, that's what we were doing. You know, we were cleaning up the fender struts. We were putting the bolts on the inside of the fender. We were getting rid of the blinkers. You know, I did a lot of stuff that started me when I was a younger builder in this to just build this and make it stay what it was. You know?
That's cool. Well, let's go look at it.
This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country, and it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test. If you ain't never cheated or been cheated on, then take off your boots, you rhinestone fraud.
What's up, y'all? I'm here with Tyler Cobb from TC Bros. And number one, thanks for selling our exhaust pipes.
Oh yeah, we love Sawicki. Like, we've always been fans. I love you. I've always known you. This guy's a good guy.
Don't tell everybody that. You're going to ruin my reputation. But how has the Madhouse treated you so far?
Excellent. I mean, the foot traffic has been killer. The weather's been great. It always is. This show is just such a powerhouse anymore. It's so reliable. See so many people that you know and love, and year after year, everybody's coming back. Everybody's excited. The bikes are always top notch.
Costumes are great.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's like Halloween, right?
It is.
But no, it's awesome. It's great.
So you've been coming to Born Free for how long?
Oh, that's a good question.
I have those sometimes.
Yeah, like a while. I think we started like Born Free either 7 or 8 was our first year, so probably whatever that is now. 8 years is probably.
That's about the same for me, I'd say.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest change that you've seen? Like, every single trend is represented here, but Born Free as a show has grown in a few different ways. What's the biggest change you've seen?
A lot more performance focused than when it first started. It's very, very chopper, vintage chopper focused, which has always been near and dear to our hearts. We've always been chopper, but having both, like a performance genre and a chopper, and vintage bike genre, both represented so well at such a high level at the same show is super rare, I feel.
Well, did you feel like the chopper scene and a lot of the cool that comes from there is influencing the modern performance scene?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I don't know. Like everybody just keeps elevating both of them. Like the chopper. Like every year, it's just like, how can you do another chopper?
How weird
more,
can you get with this?
Extreme, and you got people that are like, oh, we're gonna make our own engine this year, right? I'm gonna cast engine cases. I mean, people have no limits, and they keep pushing. And then some of the performance builds too, just so far, like stuff that people never expected a Harley or any big V-twin to ever be able to do performance-wise. Like Bagger Racing League stuff and all that kind of stuff, and like people's personal bikes that they actually own built at that level, just over the top all the time, and it just never stops getting better.
It doesn't.
It's incredible.
Well, we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of trends kind of come and go with like wide tire choppers, big wheel baggers, and right now the hottest tip is the performance scene, I would say, with modern motorcycles.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of really in the meat and potatoes now. It's just past the beginning of it.
Right.
And I don't know that there's going to be a change to a different trend. I think we're going to see it be something that is a new staple in our scene.
Right, yeah, it's always hard to tell, how long a trend will stay popular, right? But there's just a lot of things that I think that the Performance Harley, functionally does very well. Like some trends, you lose a lot of rideability in your bike.
Yes.
Like you see some of these trends that came and went quickly because, you do a lot of stuff to a bike and almost make it completely unrideable if you go that far. Where these bikes just, some of those performance bikes just get more and more and more and more rideable, and they do everything better. They go better, they stop better, they turn better, and something fundamentally there makes a lot of sense, right? You end up with like a motorcycle that does all the things better that a motorcycle started off doing. Like, that seems like something that could have some longevity to it, right?
Yeah, and with some of the builds that we're seeing over there in the performance area, you can see that there's more of a finish quality that's starting to come to the performance scene. Bolt-ons get you there a lot of the way with how the aftermarket has grown for American V-twin motorcycles. But to truly, have it be a full custom and finish it, you've got to change a little bit of this on the frame. You've got to, mold a little bit of that, make it look like it's, something that can't be repeated. And I think we're starting to see a lot more of that.
Yeah,
and it makes me excited because we've figured out the formulas with those new motors and how to make them great. The suspension setups, the rakes, the functionality part is there.
Right.
The racing scene is there to back it up and prove how well it works. And shows like this really open up the custom culture side of it too, and it's cool to see it combined.
Yeah, and that might be something that gets borrowed from some of the things that they've seen with choppers. Getting that super custom paint, getting all those everything smoothed out, and that little attention to detail on a lot of the hardware and all the things that chopper guys been doing that forever, right? And it's not just a bolt-on bike. You're right. They really hit that super high level of attention to detail with all their finishing and everything. That there might be some crossover.
That's the stuff that makes my mouth just salivate. So let's talk about TC Bros for a minute.
Right.
What have you guys have going on? You've been coming out with some really, really great parts that are for the home builder as of recent.
Oh yeah, we've always been a home builder focused, garage builder brand. Regardless of what we've ever represented, any type of bike. You know, I mean, we started with, you know, a lot of like entry-level, lower-cost, you know, metric, way back, you know, what is it, 17, 18 years ago now with Exo 650s.
Wow,
and then,
that long now?
Yeah, I know.
And you don't even have that much gray hair at all.
Right.
What a jerk.
Right, yeah. we were kids when we started, man. I mean, I was 21 and Tim was 18, you know, and now I have kids, right? You know, so that whole thing. But yeah, I feel I'm long in the tooth, but you know, not that old in the years yet, but feel like it, you know, been around but progressively, you know, going to different models, you know, it's like Sportsters and like a lot of crossover now, even with, you know, we still do all of our chopper stuff. We're still very near and dear to our heart, but we've expanded our employee count, our engineering base, and everything. So we do things for performance bikes as well. And I've always been a guy that feels like, you know, we're allowed to like both things.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know. If I really love choppers and I really love a performance bike, that should be allowed. Like, I don't know what the rules are, but
here's a question that quantifies that.
You know,
How many motorcycles do you own?
But
oh God, I don't know.
Like, rises where I just put.
How many of them are the same?
None.
That's why it's okay.
We got a lot.
You can love all motorcycles.
Correct.
It doesn't even matter who made them or how they started. I have a vision where 7 is my number. I can get every type of motorcycle I want if I can get these 7 bikes.
Right.
Like, you should dream like that too. If they're all Harleys, great. If they're not, awesome. Broaden your horizons.
Oh yeah, you can have fun on a lot of different stuff, and
You can make bad decisions on everything.
Oh yeah,
Let's be
for
real.
sure. Yeah, everything's got its purpose.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, we've expanded a lot of product offerings, and the general public, the feedback's been great. We have the best. Our customers are amazing. You know, the whole industry as a whole is small and tight knit and loyal, and it's a wonderful industry to serve.
Well, where can we find you?
Website's always the best. tcbros.com.
That's really easy to remember.
Right. Yeah. We kept it complicated.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah. Yeah. Super creative and edgy, right?
TC Bros. Super creative and edgy on purpose. You made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing here at Sawicki Speed. If you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and give us a like. If you have something to say, throw it in the comments. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. And please, before your way out, hit that subscribe and even that little bell that's right next to it so you know when we have another video that's dropped for you to enjoy. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say after that.